Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is my No Man's Land survival challenge series I'm doing, where I'm trying to compete with Chainsaw 100 and Dagwin in their multiplayer survival series. So if I just take to the air and we'll have a quick recap on what happened in the last episode. So this field was cut for grass, so we need to get that baled up. Hopefully I should still have the same course laid in. The new field we created over there, that's got ploughed, and I just left that running, so that's all done now, but we'll need to do some lime spreading in there and some stone picking. And then the other three fields here, they're all fully fertilised, ready to go, and we're really just waiting on the cotton. So the first things that I'm going to do in this episode, this stone picker here, I'm actually going to take this and sell it and upgrade to the one that Dagwin had with the sort of extended pickup area, just to make that stone picking job a bit quicker. I don't think it has a bigger capacity than the base game one, but you know, we can check that out. And then I also want to upgrade the sort of fertilizer spreader I've got. We'll get the bigger one because, you know, when I have to go and spread lime in the fields I've got, it often runs out, so we might as well get the bigger one. So I'll just get back on the ground and we'll get up to the store with that lime spreader and get that swapped out first of all. Okay, so first thing, we'll just empty this spawn point. It's actually out of space, so we've been losing some production. I cleared it at the end of last episode, so from about probably 5 o'clock, something like that, it started to fill up, so we shouldn't have lost too many. But what I'm actually going to do, and we might as well do it now, I think it's time. I want the productions, don't I? Yeah, I'm going to start setting these mushrooms, the flowers. I'm going to put those now to selling. We're making quite a lot of money. I don't need to be stacking pallets of these every episode. What I'll probably do is just keep an eye on the carpentry levels, make sure that they've got enough planks, and maybe just keep the planks I've got at the side ready for when that needs refilled. Right, so actually I think what I'll do, instead of selling this, it's got 4,000, or just over 4,000 litres of lime, so we'll just kick this off, let it empty, and then we'll sell it and upgrade, and we can refill the bigger spreader. So we'll get this field planted as well in this episode. We'll put another sunflower crop in. We'll put a corn crop in here just to match the other field, make it worthwhile buying a corn header. Right, and then I'll just jump into the fence. We'll get this plough back, and we'll maybe get the New Holland out and get it baling up that grass into silage. I'll just leave this fence here, it's looking quite dirty, so if we get a chance we'll get it cleaned. Right, so jump in the New Holland, grab the baler, and we'll go and get this silage made up. Okay, so is there a course laid in? Yes there is, so go to the first waypoint. And we'll start that off, and we can just sort of leave this going for a bit. We'll need to come and collect the bales off the headland to stop it colliding with itself, but other than that it shouldn't need much interaction from us. So let's just get over to the animals now and see what needs to be done over here. probably could fill up this manure trailer. There's 18,000 litres in there and 4,000 in here, so 22,000 litres in total. So we'll just get this filled up, and then we'll also have a look at making some more TMR. It's actually full, it's got plenty of silage, so we don't need to do anything there. Let's just have a quick check on the animal tab. So the cow's got plenty of water, there's a nice bit of milk. I'll check the slurry in a little bit. Chickens are probably going to need some food, so we could bring back maybe 5,000 litres of barley when we come back around from dropping off the manure. And the sheep, well, sheep are getting quite low on water actually, so we'll grab the water tanker, we'll give the sheep some water. Alright, so that's the sheep's water full. There's a couple of bales of wool, so we can take those over as well when we take the manure around. I'll just empty the rest of this water into the cows. And we'll set it up and get it refilling. Okay, so that'll just refill on its own. So I'll just pick up these bales of wool and then we'll head over to the spinnery and drop this manure off at the methane plant. Another thing is, it's November now, so egg prices will be high. So they can just stay there, and that's what we'll put into the carpentry shop as we need them throughout the remaining episodes. Just gotta love the physics of pallets in this game. Okay, so that's plenty of wool for the spinnery for this episode. I wonder if this bale here might be outside of the trigger point. So let's just have a look at the methane production. We dumped a load of silage in the last episode. It's almost now full of methane, so we need to get that emptied. And we also need to activate the manure. Something that I'm actually thinking of doing as well is going into sugar beet. So I think I'm going to buy, well, probably I'm going to extend that field that we've next to the one we've just made. But once the cotton is harvested, I'll probably plant that with sugar beet, and it looks like we can put sugar beet into the methane plant. So I was worried I might have to do sugar beet cut, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So right, so I'll just pick up some barley, go and feed the chickens, and I'll see you when we're back over with the cows. So we've got a 40,000 litres of TMR here, so we'll just put 3 trailer loads into the cows, get them filled up. And while it's doing that, let's just have a quick look at store prices. The wheat, I'm going to keep back the wheat because we might end up putting that into the flour mill. The oats, well, we'll have a look. When's the best time to sell oats? Next month, December, so we might be selling those next month. The bread, that's also next month as well. Cheese we've done. Honey was, yeah, that was March, so that's a bit off. And so we've now got 76,000 litres of slurry, so we need to bring some slurry over to the methane plant. Okay, and we'll do one more trip. Right, so those cows should be pretty well fed for a few episodes now. So we'll just stick the trailer back under the conveyor, get it filled up with manure again. And I just noticed there's no straw left in the barn there, so let's just pick another 3 pallets up, 3 bales up. I need to get all these bales transported into the new bale storage. I might, if I've got some time at the end of this episode, I could do some, but just for now I've got quite a few things to do. Okay, so we'll go and check on the lime spreading, and yeah, that has finished. So we'll just quickly head up to the store, get this swapped out, get it refilled, and then when we come back we'll get a tractor and we'll get those bales picked up, because I think the baler's starting on its up and down rows, so it won't be long until it crashes with another bale. So I'm going to repair it for $173, repaint it for $8,180, and it's now worth $40,000. So let's sell that. And we want to buy a new one. So we want this one here. We'll give it the extension. I'm going to put narrow tyres on it, put the 6-metre discs on, and change the number plate. Oh, it's one of those number plates, right? and that's 90,000. So we also need some lime. So how much does it hold at its full capacity? Nearly 19,000, so 18,000, so that's 9 bags. Right, so just one to go. Right, so I'll get this set off in the field again, and then we'll go and pick up the bale trailer and get these bales out of the baler's way. Right, so we'll use the Fendt. Right, it's the only tractor we've really got left. I'm actually thinking I maybe should buy another tractor about the size of the New Holland, because it looks as though I'm going to have to put the stone picking onto the Fendt here, and that's just a little bit too big really to be doing that job. This might actually be good timing, because I think the baler usually gets stuck on one of the bales on this lap around the rock. So we'll get those cleared if it does it in its next path. Okay, so I'll just collect a few more bales from sort of the top end of the field, and then we'll look at what other jobs we can be doing. Right, so that's our first trailer load. I'm just going to put these here so they can ferment, and then we'll decide what happens to them, whether we need to put them into animal feed or whether they can go in to make more silage, make more methane. I'll probably just leave the trailer here for now, because we'll come back later and let it pick up the rest of the bales. I think now is the time we'll go and change this stone picker for the one with the wider pickup, and then we'll drop it back off at the field and get those stones picked up. Hopefully we can finish off another pallet of gold with the stones that we get. Right, so this stone picker here, repaint for 10,000, repair for 900, and it's now worth 39,100, so we'll sell that. And the replacement stone picker. $64,000. So it's got 2,500 litres. So it's actually 500. It holds 500 litres more. Silver or black rims. We'll just leave them silver. So I'll just set this off at this end of the field, let it work its way across throughout the episode, and hopefully we'll have enough time at the end to get the corn planted. Right, so we'll go and jump into the class here. I think we can just finish off this edge. So I think this fertilizer spreader is going to be much better for our fields now. Spread in line. Oh, it looks like the baler's got stuck again. Nudge this out the way. Okay, so I think we'll head over to the methane plant now, and we'll go and get the slurry tanker filled up, and we'll bring that over, and then I'll get into the truck, we'll transfer some slurry over, and we'll go and start selling a couple of trailer loads of methane, and see what it's worth in November. Now, can I just nudge that bale into the trigger? Yes, I can. So just while that fills up, I'm just going to have a quick check of this manure trailer. That's nearly full. Quite sure why it stopped. Okay, so here's our 65,000 litres of slurry. We'll get that over, and then we'll pick up the lorry and we'll start transferring it over using the slurry tanker. Right, so that's filling up with methane. I don't know if it'll continue to fill if I aren't connected to it. But I want to get this slurry into the methane plant. So let's just check the production. Slurry's starting to fill up. We'll switch it on. It looks as though we've taken out the 32,000 litres of methane. So I just want to have a quick look at our sugar beet production here. So 1,000 litres of sugar beet gives us 826 methane. And sugar beet cut is slightly less. I think the question would be is how much sugar beet cut is made from sugar beet, and whether it's better to make from sugar beet, make sugar beet cut and make methane from that, or just to tip the raw sugar beet in. So that's something I probably need to look into. I think that using sugar beet to make sugar is, I think it's over 100% more efficient to sell it that way. But I don't think we're going to be able to use enough sugar in cakes from what we'll make from a field of sugar beet. So we'll need to find another resource to put the sugar beet into. So while this tanker fills, I'm just going to head up to the store with this tank of methane, and then we'll come back, set it off refilling again, and put the rest of the slurry into the methane plant. Okay, so we made $42,000 there, which is about average, so methane's still about 1,300. Right, so we'll just set that off filling again, and we'll go around and pitch up to the Garrett slurry tanker. Alright, so that actually didn't keep refilling once I disconnected from it. So what we might do is I'll just jump into the class while that's filling, leave the tanker running. I'm going to go and pick up the planter and get that over to the field, get it refilled with seed and fertiliser, and then it's ready to start putting in the corn crop into the new field. Okay, so hopefully we can reach the seed here. So that's us full with fertiliser. That's just full with seed. So I'll just go and park this over in the field, and when the stone pickers made good enough progress we can set this off. In fact, I would say it's probably about ready now. we'll just check the ground, and the yield bonus 100% fertilised and about 95%, so that's pretty good because it does have its first stage of fertilisation because we ploughed in the meadow grass. So our stone picker, it's just got 50% full, and it's only just, well, it's past halfway, so that's not going to need any attention until it's finished. So now we can empty the rest of this in. Slurry is nearly empty. Okay, so we'll pick up the methane tanker and we'll go and take the rest of the methane to the store. So that was slightly less, that was only 41,900. So the price definitely fluctuates. And I think we'll fill the tanker with water before we head back and refill the greenhouse. Right, so now the greenhouse is refilled, I think I'll just pick up these few little corners here. Probably get another couple of bales out of it. I think we could have, this grass could have yielded a bit better if I'd waited maybe another month. So I'll need to try and remember that for the next time. Okay, so we've got one extra bale there. So that's nice timing because the stone picker's just finished and the corn planter isn't far behind, so let's just get this out of the way. It seems like we've missed a section here because of the width here and this rock, so let's just pick this section up. Okay, so we've got just over 2,000 litres of stone, so I'll go and tip these at the gold plant. And hopefully that should produce our next pallet of gold. I think there was just over 8 or 9,000 sorry, I think there's about 800 or 900 litres of gold, and we need 1,000 for a pallet, so it's not far away. So we'll just put this stone picker away, and then we'll get the New Holland on the roller, and we'll get that corn rolled in. And I have a feeling that this is not going to fit in here. Nope. Right, I'll just leave it there for now. We'll move some things around at another time. Right, so I'll get this New Holland back, we'll get the roller out, and we'll get that corn rolled in. So it looks like we've got a little bit piece here to finish off, which isn't going to be a problem to do, so we can just get this rolling set off first. Go. So now we'll jump into the class. I'll just check the map, make sure that the whole field's been done. If I go this way, yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll get this folded up. And then we'll get back to the farm, and I think the last job that I need to do is to get these eggs and the flowers sold. Okay, so I've got the trailer here, so I'm just going to get these pallets of eggs loaded up, and we'll get them up to the store with the flowers, and hopefully finish off the episode with a nice healthy bank balance. Okay, so that's our eggs loaded up. There's a couple of stacks there that were a little bit dodgy, but fortunately they all made it on unscrambled. So just park this up and we'll head over, pick up the flowers. We'll strap the eggs down for that added realism, because we know how important realism is. Oh, trailer's looking a bit wobbly. It's not liking it. So yeah, so I'll just get these flowers loaded up and then I'll see you up at the store, and I think that'll be it for this episode. Okay, so this is the last pallet of flowers I'll ever need to load, hopefully. Right, so we'll get this load up to the store. There's 23,000 litres of flowers and 30,000 litres of eggs, so I think that's going to be quite a good payday. Sure how the rolling's getting on. It is still moving, so but I'll just let that run throughout the end of the episode. Shouldn't need any more input from me. Right, so what I'll do here is I'll just creep on and get the price for all the eggs. $129,000, that's pretty good, and 81, nearly 82 for the flowers, so over $210,000 there, which is a nice way to end the episode. 1.3 million in the bank, but next episode I'm pretty certain that cotton's going to be ready, so we've got a cotton harvester to buy, which is over 400,000, and then I am going to go into beet, so we'll need a beet harvester and a sugar mill. So still a lot of money to spend, but hopefully we'll also make a lot of money in return when the products are ready. So that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please get yourself in the comments and tell me how I'm doing, or if any ideas for better things to do, get them in there. I'm definitely going to respond. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would really help me out. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.